Tottenham Hotspur, the gift that keeps on giving. It has been announced in the last few moments that Tottenham and Igor Tudor have mutually agreed to part ways with each other. And I think it's fair to say it has been nothing short of an absolute disaster. I don't think I've ever seen a team as big as Tottenham be this mismanaged, ever. It has been nothing short of a disaster from start to finish, from the moment he was appointed to now. I honestly have no words for this situation, I really don't. It was never the right appointment in the first place. Igor Tudor has never managed in the Premier League, has no affiliation to Tottenham, and in times like this, you need someone who is going to get you out of this situation. Igor Tudor has no experience of being in a relegation battle, does he? He's managed some of the biggest clubs in the world, particularly in Italy. He's managed Juventus, he's managed Lazio, also managed Marseille, big clubs in Europe. And then he goes to Tottenham, Big Six Premier League club, maybe challenging to get Champions League football. No, it's the complete opposite. They could be getting relegated. I do feel a little bit sorry for him. I really do. He's not been helped at all. He's been thrown into this situation by the Tottenham owners to get results as quick as he can. But ultimately, Tottenham are shit. They're shit. I don't really know what he's expected to do. The fixtures haven't really been ideal to him. His first game being Arsenal at home, the best team in the league. Obviously, they got battered there. They lost 2-1 to Fulham, then lost 3-1 to Palace. That was only 3 games in as well. And then obviously the disaster in Madrid, losing 5-2 to Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. With Kinski making the errors, Tudor bringing him in for only his 3rd game of the season. It's just been a complete and utter circus from everyone involved at Tottenham. The players, Igor Tudor and the owners. It was never the right appointment. In these times, particularly if you're in danger of getting relegated, I feel like you need someone who knows the club and has an affiliation with the club. Someone like a Harry Redknapp. Okay, he's not managed for quite a while, but he's already said that he would definitely take the job if he was offered it. Even someone like Ryan Mason, who, okay, he failed at West Brom, but he's been Tottenham interim manager twice and he steadied the ship. That is what Tottenham needed. They needed someone who was going to get them out of this situation. Igor Tudor, he's a decent gaffer. Again, he's managed some big clubs, but ultimately, he's not someone who's going to get you out the relegation zone because he doesn't have experience. Experience also matters in this case. I know it sounds ridiculous, but even someone like Sam Allardyce would have been a good appointment because he knows how to get teams out of relegation battles. I know it sounds ridiculous, and to associate Tottenham with relegation is mental, but that is the reality of this football club right now. Is this really surprising that they're in a relegation battle this time? They're not good. They are not good. For me, Thomas Frank was a decent appointment. I honestly thought it was a really good appointment. Loads of years at Brentford, did such a good job getting them into the Premier League, established themselves as a mid-table Premier League team, and I thought it was a good job for him. But ultimately, Tottenham have not held themselves in this situation, even with Thomas Frank. Thomas Frank should have been sacked at least 2 months before he was. It was clear the results were not good enough, and he wasn't going to take them anywhere. But ultimately, the Tottenham owners have only got themselves to blame. You appoint Thomas Frank, and then you take too long to sack him, and then you bring in Igor Tudor, who has no Premier League experience, doesn't have any affiliation to Tottenham, and you're just expecting him to get results quickly. No. If you've got someone like a Harry Redknapp or a Ryan Mason, someone who knows the club, it doesn't have to necessarily be an amazing manager. It just needs to be someone who knows the club and can steady the ship. And ultimately, Igor Tudor was never going to do that. I don't really know what you were expecting from this situation, because ultimately, it's been nothing short of a car crash. It's genuinely mind-boggling how Tottenham have handled this situation. And ultimately, if they go down, the owners have only got themselves to blame. Obviously, the players do as well. I'm not denying that. Do you know what the funniest thing is now, though? They've got 7 games left to try and save their season. Maybe even try and save their future. Because there is a chance, if Tottenham get relegated, they don't come back for a while. It's happened to clubs before. So I think people who are just assuming that Tottenham are just going to come straight back up because they're too big to go down, they might not. Because who's going to want to manage Tottenham in the Championship? It's not going to be someone like Maurizio Pochettino, who is obviously managing USA at the World Cup. Yes, he loves Tottenham. I'm sure he does. He was there for a long time, got into a Champions League final. He's not going to want to go back there if they're in the Championship. This is why the most sensible option after Thomas Frank was sacked was to get someone who knows the club. It just needs to be someone who can get the fans on side. Get the fans on side, because ultimately that's what football fans want. They want entertaining football. They want to be attached to the players and the manager. But they haven't been for ages. Even last season, obviously they won the Europa League, which was brilliant for Tottenham, their first trophy in 17 years. But still, they finished 17th. They lost 22 Premier League games last season. When was the last time Tottenham fans felt connected with their players? A very long time. Europa League took away the spotlight of finishing 17th. But ultimately, is it the manager? Is it the players? I think it's a mixture of both. But I would argue the people upstairs are more to blame. What were they expecting from Igor Tudor? But for Tottenham, I don't know what they do now. I don't know. And ultimately, if they get relegated, that is entirely down to them. Because everything that they've handled this season has been a failure. An absolute failure with what they've done. So essentially, they need to sort themselves out. Otherwise, they will be playing Championship football next season. And there is a chance that we don't see him back in the Premier League for a few years. Because a lot of players will leave. Van der Ven, Romero, Maddison, all those players will leave. They're not going to want to play in the Championship. So essentially, for me personally, go and get Harry Redknapp. There's 7 games left. Yes, Harry Redknapp is about 80, but he can manage 7 Premier League games, can't he? He's already said that he wants to take the job. He knows the club. It's only till the end of the season, because if Tottenham can stay up, then they can get a new manager in the summer, and you never know. Thank you guys for watching. The news has just broke. I feel like I had to make a video about it. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment down below if you enjoyed it, and also turn notifications on so that you never miss a future upload. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Cheers, guys.